Hey, feel free to say whatever you want. You can swear if you want. You can smoke if you want, by the way.
No, no, no. I'm gonna keep it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Keep it 100 around here.
Keep it PG-13.
Okay, live. Hey, feel free to say whatever you want. Oh my god, they caught me. Smoke if you want, by the way.
No, no, no. I'm gonna keep it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Keep love it. I love the intro already. Okay, love. I put. I was about to say love. I said live. I'm going. Oh, before we do that, so the link. So yeah, it's on. You want you? Are you connected to my YouTube? Because it's live now. You can just take that link. Okay. Here, just in case, I'm gonna send it to you via. You got it right, or you want me to send it to you? The link.
Yeah,
right now.
I got it.
Okay.
Yep.
What's going on, everyone? We're just sending this link out to you guys, to our preferred VIP members. Just kidding. You guys are all preferred. You guys are all number one in my heart. Send this link out before we actually start the show to those who need the reminder. The kind and gentle reminder as always. Let's go. I know Jen's excited. She's texting all her millions and millions of supporters all across Canada. Canada alone, yet alone supporters in Australia. I know she got a few over there, so some love. All right, guess that one's out the way. And I'm gonna say some things that sound harsh. Who says that out the way? No, I send these texts with love, guys. Always, nothing but love. Hey, Jen, you seem like you're ready. Man, you're focused.
I was born ready.
You. So, what do you call it? So determined. See, that's the attitude of a successful mind. Successful mind. I want to get on that level, Jen. Someday I'll be as cool as you.
I don't know, man. I can get on the level for a couple hours and then, got to try to keep up.
Oh, you gotta be humbled. You gotta be brought down a little bit. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, it's that home gym vibe kind of thing. It does things to people. Makes them, up a notch a little bit. Or who am I forgetting? Who am I forgetting? I don't know, but well, I'm going live on Instagram as well. Okay. Going live on TikTok, guys. Actually don't have TikTok. I don't know TikTok. I have enough trouble with. I always say this. I have enough trouble with Instagram. Imagine getting on a different platform right now.
Everybody keeps telling me to get on it, and I just.
Right. I'm like, no, man. Like, I'm not as young as you guys think I am. Like, dude, that's like, I get confused, man. Just trying to get on Twitter, man. Relax, all right, guys. TikTok is too like 2030 for me. So I can do it. Maybe one of these days you'll convince me. But it was interesting because I was actually convinced to get on Instagram. I didn't want social media. And look at me now. I'm on social media. Just posting this live. There we go. This one's for the gram. Checking connection. Hello, Insta. What's going on? You guys want to pop in and say what's up? I will say hi back. Try to wave throughout the show to you guys because I love you guys. Man, I should have been a radio host with this vibe I got, with this outfit, with this Puma outfit I have. I think I could do it. I think I can make it. Yeah, no, yeah, probably not. I hype myself up, man, because if I can't help hype myself up, who's gonna hype me up? Who's gonna do it? Who's gonna you, Jen? Probably not.
It's gonna be
But
me.
we'll stay positive. We'll stay positive. All right, so here we go. We're ready. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You already know what it is. What's going on, my friends? This show is Let's Talk with Jimmy the Coach, and today's guest is Jen Cole. Shout out. We need, man, someone needs to do a drum roll like behind me somewhere. We need some sound effects, but we'll add it in later. You already know, boys and girls, we will do our best. So, Jen, it's such a pleasure to have you here live through Zoom, right?
Thank you.
Technology works. Technology is awesome. You know, we got to make the most of it. We got to use it to our advantage, right? Obviously. So, because of it, I'm able to connect with you, and you're coming live all the way from Canada, right? Is that true? So, how is it over? Oh, wait, how's the funny? We got to start off. How's the weather in Canada right now?
You know what? We just had a crazy hot week, but yesterday it was cold. There were parts in the province that were snowing. I have no idea
Mhm.
why, but I'm hoping.
Snowing.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy snap!
yeah.
That's
So
yeah. That's a thing with right. It's all over the place.
it's
It
all over the place. Snow into the
does what it wants.
spring, but I think we're over the hump. It's just going to be nice. Summer in Toronto is something special.
Summer in Toronto. That song is that a song? That sounds like a song.
Watch out,
Summer in
Greg's got some
Toronto.
ones coming out.
What? All right, it's like Jen's like I own that. That's gonna be my song. Um, okay, yeah, I know in Chicago here it's actually cold. It's weird. So I was saying early on IG is that I took this opportunity because it's supposed to be hot, man. It's supposed to be like short weather. I was wearing shorts like the last 2 weeks, and now I have to wear it. But yeah, I took this opportunity to wear this Puma outfit. Hope you guys like it. You know, I'm actually like a Puma out. You know, the last opportunity that I have to rock this fit, you already know what it is. You know, so you gotta make the most of it, right? Okay, I'll stop. But anyway, so good to know, Jen. So obviously, I want to ask you some questions. First of all, is you're in Toronto, correct? And where were you born? Was it there or where
I was
were you
born
born?
here
Let
in
us
the
know.
six, lifelong
In
sixer.
the six.
That's right.
Shout out to Lauren. Sticking the six.
Yeah, 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 yeah. What up, beaches?
And see, they know each other, man. I feel like so blessed and so cool to know these awesome individuals. But yeah, that's what's up. So you grew up there, and how's the vibe over there? Like, how is it? I mean, obviously, right now you're I think you're we're all experiencing the effects of the pandemic still. But how is it overall? How's the vibe?
I mean, we're in lockdown. Our whole entire province is shut down, so you can't really do anything unless
Mm.
it's essential. So we're looking in the next couple weeks, hopefully, to get a little bit of lifting and be nice. It's been a long year. I think we're ready to get out there and be social.
So you mean when you say lifting, you mean like the gyms are opening up, like
No, 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 no. Gyms will be a long time. They might allow a couple of outdoor classes, but we're talking like opening a patio and you're allowed to have four people at a table. That's where it starts.
okay, so I just trying to understand, like, so they're gonna allow you to like little by little get back into like you know, kind of more exercising like classes or
Yeah, I think
group
they're going
group
to allow
classes and
outdoor
outside.
classes.
Mhm.
Maybe. We'll see by June 14th. And then you might be allowed to eat outside. You might be allowed in some stores, limited capacity. We'll see. They've kept everything non committal.
Right. See you guys tuning in, going on YouTube, watch this live right now on YouTube. But you guys tuning in wherever you're at in the world, if you have not as many restrictions, feel blessed. I know in Chicago, everything is gonna go back to normal, probably like next month, like no mask and none of that. So like count your blessings, ladies and gentlemen, because there's places like right now, like in the six, which is just an awesome place. It just sounds amazing. The
Yeah.
six is going through it still. Like they can't even go in restaurants yet, right? You like all those restrictions are still like hardcore. And I'm wondering, I don't know. And this is the point of the show. I like to learn things. You know, I don't want to go out. Obviously, I can research, but I want to learn from people that are going through these things right now. And obviously, you may know more than I do about this. Is it because Canada was hit pretty hard with the pandemic? Is it, or is it just
Yeah.
the
I mean,
government being extra?
we weren't hit too hard. So like the whole entire population of Canada is pretty much the same as California. So we don't have that many people, but
Mm,
in my city, Toronto is one of the major cities in Canada, so we were hit really hard here.
okay.
And by hard, I mean we were upwards in the 3,000-4,000 cases a day. That's kind of
Mm,
as bad as it got for us.
okay.
Thank goodness it didn't get worse. That was bad enough.
Right. Yeah, man.
But
So
we're about 70% first vaccination anyway. So
yeah.
as that goes, they're gonna loosen up on us.
Yeah, so you guys are willingly taking the vaccine or is it mandatory?
No, it's not mandatory.
Okay. Okay, you guys have that for you. Okay, cool. That's what's up. It's awesome. And are you getting vaccinated, Jen? Oh, you're on the spot.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you don't have to say it. I'm just
I don't
kidding.
mind. I'm an open book, man. I've already been vaxxed. I'm fully vaxxed. No hate. I don't judge
Fancy. Shout
anybody.
out to my vax people.
Yeah. If someone chooses not to, that's their choice. But I have an elderly grandma and chose to go that route.
Cool. That's awesome, man. Much love, much to everyone, anyone. Your decision, your life, your choice.
Absolutely.
Great, but just to stay safe and move forward. So let's talk about something else, Jen. I'm curious, how many languages do you speak? Do you any French? I mean, you gonna give us some French? I was
I
about to
do.
pull
Je
something
parle
out in French.
français, mais j'oublie tous les mots. I haven't spoken in a while. So my
You
French.
know, I know a little French.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah,
giving me a bad word right now?
most likely.
No.
Just kidding. I just know like I don't know. It's not. Is it the same in Canada? See, I'm gonna sound so ignorant, but it's cool because I love you guys and you love me. But is it the same as it is in France? Like, is the French or there's different dialects?
Completely different, completely same language, completely different dialect. So you can tell someone who's from Quebec, which is our French
Okay.
province, versus France for sure. You can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one time I got in trouble because I called the waiter garçon. So I'm like, well, isn't that like a bagel or something? I mean, isn't that a waiter? But then I'm like, they don't want to be called waiters. I don't get it. I'm like, dude.
It's turned into like a slang term a bit.
Oh, there we go. That's what it is. I'm like, dude, I'm American, man. Forgive me. We see a bunch of I
People
don't know.
like if you're at my house and I'm like, get me a drink, garçon, give me a drink.
Yeah, if you snap your fingers at me, first of all, we're
Yeah.
gonna have problems. Secondly, just kidding. Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't doing none of that. I was trying to say as polite as possible. I'm like, buddy got mad. I'm like, oh, wow.
Maybe he heard your American accent.
Maybe he did. No, but I said, you know what? I'm Mexican. I started speaking Spanish. See,
I love Mexican Spanish.
you do?
I do.
Really? Well, we have something in common, Jen.
My
Yeah.
dad is pollitos.
Oh, wait, okay. Let's before we get off topic, Jen, all right, answer the question. All right, you're being questioned right now. How
All right,
many languages do you know? So you say you know a little French, is it?
Yeah, it's not great.
Okay, it still counts. Okay, in America, you know a little bit of something, it counts. Put it on your resume.
All right, I got
French.
you.
And then English, obviously.
I
Check. I don't know, maybe just barely. No, I'm just kidding.
tiny.
Okay, do you speak American? No, and
I
what about another? And another, you speak Spanish?
I don't speak Spanish.
What else?
My dog's father is Mexican, so my dog is half Latino.
Wait. Say that again. Who's Mexican?
My dog's father. I have joint custody.
Your dog's father. Wait, there's Mexicans in the six? Where have I
We
been?
don't allow that
What?
here.
Huh?
Yeah, of course.
We're allowed up there, guys, boys and girls. We're taking.
Run.
Just kidding. After they clear up the restrictions, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's dope. See, I'm learning. I see you're an interesting person, Jen. Interesting thus far, right?
All kinds
Right,
of
boys and girls. Awesome. Okay, so cool. That's awesome to know. And before we move on, I want to know this. This quiz, the $1,000,000 question.
All right.
One of many, by the way, is what are your 3 favorite things to do? Let us know. What are your 3 top favorite things to do? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, besides lifting, does that get to count as one or is that obvious?
No, we can't. I mean, come on, that's too obvious. All right, we already know she's a lifter.
Walking,
We can't use
believe
that.
it or not, walking is probably number one.
You said you were a what?
Walking, it's probably my number one. I go for long walks almost every night. try to get my steps in, clear my head kind of deal.
Okay, long walks. Okay, so this is gonna turn into like long walks on the beach, kind of,
I do. Sunset.
well,
No. I love walking. I used to be a long distance runner, but that's for the most part been replaced with walking.
okay.
I love trying new recipes. So I live alone, but I still cook most of my meals. I love tweaking things to make them a little more health conscious.
You like tweaking things. Well, I like tweaking in general, but that's a separate thing.
Tweaking or
Anyway,
twerking.
oh yeah, let's edit that out, boys. I never said that. But hey, I caught you in one. I caught you in a lie. She says, boys and girls. She said she lived alone. I saw a little helper earlier.
The
So I
dog,
don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
There's a
Yeah,
dog
dogs
called
have
Allie.
feelings. You can't be saying that. You can never alone when you're with what you call it, your little helper there.
The canine. Yeah. So
Yes.
her name is Callie. I used to live in California, so she's named after that.
Oh, there we go. You were in Cali.
I
Okay.
was.
So real quickly, what made you go from back and forth? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I went out to California because I love San Francisco. It's one of my favorite places on earth. So I moved
Beautiful.
out there. I did grad school out there,
Nice.
and I worked for a few years, and then my visa ran out, and I got the boot.
Who got the boot, guys?
I got the
Story of
boot.
my life. I went into a bar one time, got the boot. It was terrible.
That's not good.
Never good. Never feels good. But I'm sorry about that. But I mean, so is there any way? Obviously, I mean, we got the pandemic going on still, but is there any way that that it's like in your future or kind of like a goal to come back maybe to the States?
I mean, it's really, really hard as a Canadian
Mhm.
in my industry. If you're a doctor or you have a special skill, then it's a little
Mhm.
bit easier. But I work in marketing PR. We're a dime a dozen, so it's really tough to get back out there.
You need a sponsor, right? Someone to sponsor you. Like, I
That's
need Jen to work. You know what? We're gonna raise a sponsorship to bring Jen over.
right.
Okay.
Let's listen and
He,
holla.
he is needed permanently in this podcast, guys.
That's
Okay. It's life or death. Right. Bring her over, boys. Give her
that's
the visa.
help me.
We will. We'll put out the work for you. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you for being so awesome. Uh, so let's move on. I want to know, this is important, right? This what I want to talk about is next is sustainable fitness. We're gonna get into the fitness portion of things, right? You are a fitness enthusiast, you're a fitness person, obviously.
Sure.
And I like to say that personally, fitness is life. What do you think, boys and girls? Fitness is life. So first question is I understand that you're working in the corporate world, right?
I am.
And just real quick, how do you feel about that working in the corporate world? Obviously, because you're a fitness person, but you work in the corporate world. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I really like that I can still have a job even when gyms and such are closed. So that's really
Mm,
great. I'm grateful.
have a
Um,
job, good.
yeah, I really like being able to be creative and problem solve. It scratches a certain itch for me.
Right.
That being said, I do many things outside of that. So,
Mm.
not right now, but part time at a gym just for fun on my own free time because I love it, and doing the Instagram thing on my free time. So I'm trying to make the best of both worlds.
Right. So then what drove you? What would you say drove you into fitness? From being in the corporate world, what drove you into fitness? And it could or could not pertain to your corporate job, but what drove you into fitness?
Yeah, I found out that I am a helper person. I personally get satisfaction from helping people and the little, endorphin kick from getting people where they want to go, and that kind of translated, my fitness and my nutrition was a real struggle for me. I
Mm,
struggled with body image a lot, and
yeah.
I'm all about the hack, the shortcut, So if I can help people, if I can save them the 10 years I spent, frustrated with my body, then I would really like to do that for other
Mm.
people. So I think that's kind of the driving force.
You hear that? I hear helping people. I hear that, and it resonates. It hits. It connects because That is the end goal. You see, you work at a corporate job, but then ultimately you could say this is enough for me. This is a lot of stress or whatnot, right? But then you still choose to, in a way, go out of your way to try to better other people's life through fitness. And let me ask you this, you know, because I can give you my perspective, but you from being a corporate person, you know, having that corporate job, that corporate income, as opposed to what you're doing in fitness, how do they weigh each other out? You know.
Yeah, I mean, really, one supports the other, but also makes it difficult. So the
Mm,
work having a
right.
9 to 5, financially makes you okay. It
Mhm.
supports whatever you want to do. For me personally, it also, like I said, scratches that itch. It lets me be creative. I get a lot of joy out
Right.
of that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't think people realize, like, you see someone's reel on Instagram and you think it's funny.
Mm,
I don't think you realize that they got dressed, they did their hair, their makeup, they took time, they
right.
did, multiple attempts at it or whatever it might be. It takes a
Mm.
lot of time. And if you're putting up content, for me, you got to make sure it's real. You got to check it. So
Except if you're Jimmy the coach, you
you
just
just
turn the
know.
camera on and let's go. I'm sweating and I'm like, one take, that's it, boys. Let's wrap it up. It's a wrap. I don't have time.
Well, I do the more raw stuff on my stories, but and I post a nutrition quiz every day, so it takes a lot of time, and it's my personal time before, like, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, work out, do my Instagram, and it it makes me feel happy.
You make a couple of great points. You make a couple of great points. One thing that I want to assess real quickly, because I was making it humorous, right? But the thing about me, as opposed to someone like Jen, is me. I go more for the raw feel. You know, that's my take on it. I hear you. Yeah, there of course there's influencers. Of course there's people on social media who do their makeup, who get the chest pump. You know what I'm saying? Get the bicep pumps going for the video for the shoot, and then they throw it out there, boom, it smacks, it grows. It might not even grow, to be honest, because there's so many people out there, chest pumps, big booty, everything, the works. You can find it anywhere on social media. It's like we're inundated with that crap. No offense. But when you have someone who's different, which is like my take on things, is like I just want to just go and do this for the people, whether they love it or not. This is just real, raw, uncut. And then so far, boys and girls, you're loving it. I'm loving it. I'm entertaining you. But yeah, but there are people who this is all they think about. They focus all their energy to deliver something for you guys, right? For the public. And going back to the points you were making, as yeah, did you have your 9 to 5 job that funds your project. This is a passion, right? You want to grow your social media, you want to grow your brand. It's a passion. You need something to fund it, right? So let's take a second or two or three to acknowledge the hard work and effort, right, that people like you obviously put into this. Even though I do things that are wrong, it still takes up a lot of time. I still put the time and effort, even doing this show. It's time and effort, to deliver to you guys, to the people, right? So we're working for you guys. We're working for the people to deliver. And one thing that I would say is, as well, is I personally, I I say this all the time. I took a pay cut to enter into the fitness industry. I took
Yep.
that pay cut because, yeah, I mean, someone like Jen who's working in the corporate world, you might make tons of shitload more money than someone who's, barely starting off in fitness and training people. If you guys would just research and see how much an entry level trainer or coach makes, you'd be like, whoa, boys, whoa. I'd
Vehicles
rather
around.
I'd rather push carts at Walmart. It's tough. So really value people like Jen who want to do something for the public. I will even dare to say it's kind of like a public service. You're like a public servant in a way,
Well,
right?
there you go.
Because yeah, there you go, Jen for president. Like it's just that fact that yeah, you're stressed out from a 9 to 5 job, right? What business do you have having to go and obviously connect with people, giving them, lectures, ideas, just being that influencer, right? And coaching people for free, giving free advice and stuff. I do it all the time. What business do we have when, we have the stress of the world and working 9 to 5 and then having to do these things. So it's really beneficial when you have people that have that heart. It's beneficial for people who obviously need to be led into the right direction. When you come across people like Jenn who have a genuine heart to put aside whatever is going on to help, to lend that help. So really, really, really kudos to that aspect of you, Jenn. So that's awesome. And next thing I want to know though is your tagline is the real fit girl with real fit tips. Like, tell us, what is that about? Tell us, give us
Okay.
a spiel. Come on, let us know.
I mean, I think that social media is taking a step finally towards real. I don't use filters. Sure, I'll throw
Yep.
on some mascara, but I don't use filters. My stuff is raw. I don't have
No
editors.
filters.
Yeah, it's my information is real and it always has been. And I
Mm,
find, you can go on to some girl who's a bikini competitor and you can see her tips and what she's eating and good on
mhm,
her. I respect that, but that's not
exactly.
real.
Mm,
Competing and living that life and
right,
being sub 10% body fat or whatever it might be, different for guys and girls, but that's a job. Those
right.
people are doing that. And even for me, I work a demanding 9 to 5. I have a dog, I have a grandmother that I like to spend time with, but I don't even have kids and things that other people have. So it's about making this shit real,
Right.
like.
Let me just pause you right there. Yeah, try it. Try it, ladies and gentlemen. Try to go on a 1,500 calorie deficit. Just try it. You should try it. You wanna, yeah, exactly. We see the typical, shredded physiques. This little waist. Muscles everywhere, vascular everywhere. Try it. Try going on a 1,500 calorie deficit. People are most likely used to maintaining eating at a surplus. When you put your body to these extremes, then ask yourself, is it really worth it? Can this be a body that I can really emulate and sustain long terms? And that's what Jen is getting to, like the real fitness side of things. I always say, just be the best version of you. Be the best. Be better than you were yesterday. Be happy for that pound you lost. And obviously, we can go on a rant in regards to this. But yeah, exactly. You have to. I think it is true. We're going into that direction where social media is exposing, the fallacies of the what's sustainable and what's not. And I'm glad for it that we have people who are open and have a platform to speak on the realness per se of what's again attainable and what's not. So, but
Yeah.
we're not here to strike you down. We're not here to crush your dreams. We're here to help you achieve what you otherwise couldn't,
Yeah.
through
It's
our
funny you
guidance.
say 1,500 calories, because speaking of a deficit, throw a dart at a map. If your deficit is 1,200 calories, 15, 2,000, whatever it is, the idea of that, anybody can be in a deficit. Anybody can not eat for that day or whatever, but it's, how do you do that in a way that's healthy? How do you do it in a way
Right.
that supports your goals, that helps you grow muscle, that allows you to run, chase your kids at the park, have energy at work, whatever it is.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm talking real life stuff here.
Right, exactly. You make an awesome point. We have to factor in these factors, these real life scenarios, like you said, you still want to live your life. You want, and then I don't understand like people's misconception on how the body works and just basic functionality like energy, how to grow, how to continue basic functions and mobility. You need food, you need calories, and it's interesting enough because My background is more bodybuilding, and that's how I train. That's how I've been trained. And people try to attack me sometimes and say like, well, like how are you, training this hard? Why are you training this hard? Why are you on such a low calorie restriction? It's not healthy. And you know what I say? Of course it's not. There you go. It's not healthy. People think, oh yeah, the shredded physique is gonna be like, my end goal. Like that's gonna be something that I that is gonna take me to that level that I'm just gonna be happy for the rest of my life. I'm like, it's not healthy.
It
It's not
doesn't
healthy.
feel good.
Being that lean, like I remember being 7% body fat. It's hard. I talk to people who compete, and you can't maintain it. Just basic functionality like walking hurts. That you lose body fat from your feet. It hurts to walk, man. So, kudos to you if that's what you were able to do. But think about it. Think it in the sense that, yeah, food is fuel. You need a certain amount of calories. You need a certain amount, obviously, of body fat to have basic function, like Jen says, to take your kids out to the playground. Even go out with the family just for a picnic or whatever. You need to have a certain amount
Even just
of,
to
of
sleep,
energy.
like sleep is the most underrated element of fitness, of
There you go.
mental health, of productivity. And you starve yourself, which, I mean, if you're in
Mm,
an extreme deficit, you're starving yourself, which
right.
we understand there's reasons people do it and don't. But you do that for a month and you tell me if you're going to bed and you're not thinking of food, dreaming of food, thinking of your next
All the
meal.
time. That's all I think about, man. And yeah, and so me personally, and I dropped 30 pounds in about was it a month and 2 weeks. 33
You're a
pounds
good
I
deficit.
dropped. It was hard, it was difficult. And do I recommend it for the and I don't know. It's, you can say things over and over again, people still find a way to kind of bring it up and question you on it. I already said, I've said it over and over, it's not sustainable for everybody. It's not something that I recommend for everybody. You know how hard it is to do that. That's, yeah, all I was thinking about was food. I'll go to sleep hungry. I like things that brought me happiness was my meal, my next meal. My next, I don't know, like 7 ounces of boiled chicken. Now
Yeah.
that made me happy because that's how hungry I was. But I had the discipline, and it's not for everybody. It's not, if it's not sustainable, if it's gonna make you feel like shit, you don't do it. There's other ways to do it, and there's other safer, and there's obviously, take your time. Progress is progress. Progress is progress. Like I said, be happy with that 1 pound that you're losing, that 2 pounds. You're making progress. You're getting to it. And then just to tie it back to what Jen is saying, is that, yeah, real sustainability. It's awesome. We need to have more. We need to encourage that more. Instead of encouraging, again, the extreme dieting. Like, we'll talk about that, in a bit, like the extreme dieting, and then obviously the pushing your muscles beyond anything you could have ever imagined. We need to stop putting so much emphasis on that and start putting more emphasis on like real sustainable fitness goals, right?
Well, and the caveat there too is, I mean, sustainable, real fitness goals is what I do because I want to look good and I want to feel good long term. Now, if you're like what you're talking
Right.
about, if you're in a fat loss phase, I tend to be like you. So I will make a crazy deficit. I will hit it hard. I want to get in and get out. And that's okay too. So if you know that you're going to be on this crazy deficit for a month, it's willful suffering. You are
Right.
choosing to have that extreme deficit, hit it hard, reach your goal, and get out. Because for me,
Mm,
most people do better with a moderate deficit. They can
right.
eat their, for me, I don't want to diet. So I just want to hit it as hard as I can manage and
Mhm,
get the heck out. So it's
mhm.
all a personal preference as long as you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and that you make a great point. You've actually saved me from sounding completely like a moron. Yeah, for me, that's, yeah. Thank you, Jen. But the save, the assist. exactly. It's what I'm able to sustain, So yeah, when we're talking about real fitness goals, real sustainability, yeah, it's something I'm able to sustain. If you're not able to do it, then don't do it. Don't be pressured into it because you're gonna fall off, and then you're just going to go back. You're going backwards, to be honest. Ultimately, you're just you're going in a circle,
Yeah.
and you say goodbye to your results. But finding and that's interesting because I feel we need more coaches who are on that same mindset. Let's make it clear. I am for coaches who are on that mindset that help their clients find sustainability. What works for you, not here, just here, fall, do this, and that's that. But like, okay, you don't know if that person is just gonna. I want to have everyone feel comfortable with their life. It's a lifestyle with their lifestyle. Okay, with their training and their dieting regimen. They need to be happy with it. Okay. So
Amen.
that's just my take on that. So that's how I feel about the real fit tips overall. And I appreciate that from you, Jen. Let's talk about so you are certified in nutrition and in personal training, correct?
Correct.
Can you tell us about that? Like, how do we, or obviously the viewers, how do we come across that? How can we attain that if we're looking for that? Obviously, how can we attain it? What did you do to attain it, and so forth?
Yeah, I mean, if you are serious and if you want to educate yourself, whether you want to be a coach or not, be prepared because it is a financial and a time commitment.
Mm,
There are many, many courses, but do your research. Mine is with Precision Nutrition.
okay,
It's the PN Level 1, which is a world-renowned accredited nutrition course.
nice.
Um, there's the ISSN. There's actually one with Dr. Lane Norton that I'm thinking about taking right now, but I am just constantly updating, taking courses, doing the reading. So you need to be ready for that time commitment, which I have been doing over the past couple years. And then as far as the personal training goes,
Mm,
that's actually a pretty easy course. You can go, you can get yourself certified, but you don't want to be one of those people who just went and got themselves certified if you're working in it. You want to understand the mechanics,
mm,
how different bodies work, like
mm,
I could have a twin sister and she could train completely different than me, see different results, and have completely different nutrition goals than me, right? It depends.
genetics, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Hmm. That's awesome. Yeah, and yeah, that's great knowledge, and hands-on experience is also key. It's just like anything else. You need to be there, hands-on, to learn. Like, you get the textbook knowledge, but you also need the hands-on knowledge. And let me ask you this: is it okay as a trainer, because you are watching over people's health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay to fail? Is it okay to fail? I mean, obviously, especially if you're starting off, right? You're going from the books, boys and girls, straight into
Well,
the
so,
battlefield.
so you ready? I'm gonna blow your mind.
Tell me. I
The
want to be.
one place that the best thing you can do is fail is the gym, because that's how you're on
Wow.
your way to your PR. That's how you get better. You push yourself in the gym. If you're like, yo, bro, I failed, they're like, oh, you pushed it so hard. And it's like the one
Oh,
place it's celebrated.
yeah. Like, so okay. I'm listening. So you fail at the gym. So it's like, okay, how with a client, it's because you have that tendency to say, like, I'm watching over someone else, like someone else's life.
Oh,
I
that
had a
part.
guy say their life is in my hands. I'm like, whoa.
I don't want to fail as a coach. I just want to fail lifting. I want to push myself.
Yeah, you obviously, yeah, we can fail. But
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at is, as a coach, if you're training someone else.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Very different.
Okay, see that? We just need some clarification, boys. Ladies and gents, we're clarifying everything. All right. This will be edited out. No, I'm
I
just kidding.
speak Canadian. Sorry, sorry.
Yes, a Canadian speaking. Don't mind that. Oh, but yeah, okay. So as a coach, no good. Do not
No,
fail.
no,
Do
no,
not
no, no,
fail.
no.
Okay,
This
but what constitutes as failing, right? Like, did your client, like, okay, this is different between, like, oh, like, I hurt their knee, or like, oh, they gain weight instead of losing weight. you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, of course, injury is never okay. That is an automatic fail. Do not pass go. But if we're talking more in general about the game, to me, the biggest failure that I see is imposing your views and your goals on a client. If a client has a goal of just, getting to a place where they can go to a restaurant and eat and not feel stressed, or they can lift their suitcases at the airport, you can't go then
Mm.
and put them on a bodybuilding regimen 6 day split, just because you think it's good.
Okay, I'll
So
stop doing that, Jen.
yeah. But no,
Note
educating
this out.
yourself on all areas and understanding people's point of view and adjusting.
Smart move. Okay. Say wise words from a wise woman.
Try.
Well, I don't want to offend anyone. I'm sorry out there. I used that word. I'm sorry. I don't know.
I
I,
do
I
go by she pronouns. I am
but
a
I'm
fan.
I'm like what's his name? Greg Doucette. I identify as a circle.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. That's me. I'm a square. You gotta be different. I can identify as a square.
I actually
I like a
appreciate
square.
his circle approach. I like that. I like that he's a bodybuilder and he's a bro, but he's pretty inclusive.
Exactly. Everyone. You gotta include everyone, man. Come on
Yeah.
now. Exactly. That's me. Okay, awesome. So before we move on to the next subject, I wanted to know this real quickly. Does counting macros, let's talk about that. Is it good or bad? Just you're on the spot. Counting
Okay.
macros, good or bad? Go in 2 sentences.
Okay. So, number one, not as important for overall weight as calories, but more important for overall health than
Mm,
calories.
okay.
So, if you just want to manipulate your weight, your macros don't really matter. But
Mhm.
if you want to maintain a certain level of health and support other things you're trying to do, macros matter, if that makes sense.
You hear that? She's on the record. All right. It's stated already. Your opinion cannot be changed. Okay. Yeah, before I add obviously my take on that, let's move a little further. I just wanted to have us understand your perspective on that. Let's move on to what's trending, and it'd be a good segue to obviously talk about what we were just talking about, dieting and macros, counting calories. But no, actually, before we do that, so I want to be I want to be a little zigzaggy. Can I do that, guys? Can I do that? We'll go back to that. I want to talk about, okay, what's trending? We need something that's out there in pop culture. Is it in Canadian culture? I don't know. Is it are we the same? Is it
Oh, yeah.
we're intertwined?
We can keep up.
Oh, you can. Okay, I didn't want to put you on the spot. I didn't want to use that terminology. But yeah, okay, since you use it, yeah, can you keep up? All right. So
I was a culture hotbed, man.
next next Sunday, which is June 6th, right? I'll be out of town. Shout out Miami.
Ooh.
Um, yeah, there's gonna be this epic. Is it really epic though? Is it really? But just for the hype, it's epic, right? This boxing match between and I have to ask everyone, like the last interviews, everyone's been asked this question. I don't care if you know or don't know or what, but I just want to hear. I just want to hear your perspective on it, whatever it is. What do you think about this fight between, famous YouTuber Logan Paul and famous, probably the best boxer ever, Money Floyd Money Mayweather. What do you think about that? What have you heard about it or what's up? Tell me
You
what's your
said
take?
money, and that's what I think.
Perfect. Love that answer.
It, I
Cha-ching.
mean, you can't put a kitty cat up against a cheetah. Come on.
Okay, who's a cheetah? Who's a kitty cat? Dang, I'm lost, man. Okay, go ahead. Lecture.
They're both cats in the cat world, but no, I think it's definitely a cash grab. I think it's in one hand very insane and silly to go up against one of the best fighters of all times, but I think also it's a little bit brave because you're going to get knocked out.
Look at that. That's a bold statement. Bold statement. Bold. You're saying that who's gonna get knocked? You're saying Logan Paul's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah.
He's gonna get knocked. Okay, you hear that? He's gonna get knocked out. Okay, round predictions. He's gonna get knocked out in the first round, second round. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, just you don't have to. You don't have to.
Is there a bonus for knocking him out in the first round?
Yes, there's a bonus.
Okay, then first round. Where the money is.
Yeah, there's a bonus. It's gonna there's gonna be a rematch. That's your bonus. No. Whoa, who's that? Look at that.
That's the Cali dog.
Oh, see this, ladies and gentlemen. This is the star of the show right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So adorable. Man, I miss my puppy. But okay. Shout out to all the puppies in the world.
Yeah.
Uh, so that's okay. That's your take on it. You hear that? We want to hear that we just gotten a perspective all the way from the six on this epic fight. You know, I personally I'm still sticking to my gut feeling, guys. My gut feeling is telling me that this is going to end up. Okay, so real quickly, you know, there's a 50-pound difference between Logan and Mayweather, and Logan is about 6'2".
6'2", right? Yeah, yeah.
Mayweather is about 5'8". You know, it's just David and Goliath, man. I mean, I know he's an epic boxer, but it's 50 pounds. It's not even in the same weight class. It's just it's out of this world, you know. So
Imagine,
the reach is
imagine
there.
you're at the gym and you've got two guys in squat racks beside each other, and the one
Yeah,
guy's 200 pounds and the other guy's 150. But the 150-pound guy's got form. He doesn't buckle his knees. He knows what he's doing, and the 200-pound guy is like trying so hard to get the 45s on, right? Like
oh, okay. So you're saying, okay, so it's in a way, experience and
technique.
form technique, experience, form technique surpasses all the other things like height or.
At a certain point, like if
Mhm.
you're just in a park, who's got the more weight is going to throw a hard punch. But if you're in a professional sport, I think, credit where credit is due to the training and experience.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I mean, maybe Logan can start kicking or something and get disqualified. Maybe
Yeah.
that way he doesn't, you know, get knocked out. But we'll see. I look forward to tuning in. I will not be purchasing the fight, but I will tune in. So please send me the links to the fight, guys. Whoever's listening, all right? And wishing the best to both fighters. Love y'all. But yeah, moving on. So now we can talk about it more. We're going to this. I want to talk about the fads. You know, TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but it's the latest thing. Is booming. Everyone's on TikTok. You know, we got 3-year-olds on TikTok. 60-year-olds on TikTok. Whatever. It's all over the place. And they have these crazy dieting fads. And now since we have you, Jen, that want to get your perspective on it. For example, so these are the three ones that I was able to pick up. Just from researching, one of the advice on TikTok is calories are not the same. And then apparently people can people want to petition, or they're petitioning to remove all labels like calories and yeah, nutrition labels from just products. I mean,
Ignorance
people
is bliss.
shouldn't know what's yeah, exactly. People don't know shouldn't know calories. Obviously, you shouldn't know your macros or micros. All that stuff needs to go. So that's the advice that's been given. Oh, and another interesting one too is that you can get abs by doing like 100 sit-ups a day. Doesn't matter your body fat. You can just do 100 sit-ups a day. 100 sit-ups a day and you'll get abs. Doesn't matter if your body fat is 50%. Or if it's 10%, you'll get abs. And
You can build them. They're just not going to show.
tell me, all right, Jen, let's get into this debate. All right. That's what I was waiting for.
All
Look,
right.
I'm right, and you could be right, but right now, no. Look, okay, so right, but you make a good point. Exactly. You could, but it's misleading, it's misleading information. There, when you're selling something as factual, but it's not. I tell people all the time, it's like, and then let me give you guys a freebie for all you trainers out there, coaches and whatnot. A great way to pick up clients if you work at a gym or a training facility. If you see people doing abs, which have clearly have a high percentage of body fat. Like go up to them politely. Don't be rude. I have seen some rude people, to be honest. But yeah, be polite and then just explain to them. Introduce yourself. Explain that you're better off. Working with a coach who can get you on a plan, a good. So we're talking about diets, right? A good sustainable plan to bring down the body fat and a good workout regimen, obviously to bring down the body fat as well, in order for your abs to show. So but me, like once I'm comfortable, people, I would just say stuff like, if you want to really see your abs, you should, instead of expending your energy doing, various ab workouts, why don't you go do some cardio? Why don't you go right? Go on the treadmill, all right, for a little bit, all right, and bring down this work on bringing the body fat down. I think that's more. It might be shitty. Maybe you don't want to hear that. Maybe you want to hear like, yeah, I'll just do crunches all day and shit. My abs will pop out. But it's like, how many calories are you burning? Like, and another interesting thing, right? It's like the you see people stopping all the time in their workout regimens. Like, can you find something that you could just keep a pace going, keep it going for like 10 minutes? You've noticed this, Jen? People stop and go. Oh, my
Well,
hit
because
cardio people. I
training,
love you
right?
guys. What's up?
You got to hit the hit training has the big. So right now, hit and keto, these buzzwords are going around that are a
There
little.
we go. Talk about it. Tell us, Jen.
Well,
Teach us.
if you're gonna put butter in your coffee in the morning, you're gonna have more trouble showing than abs. I'll tell you that.
That's it.
You,
That's it. There we go.
so
That
if you
sums
want
up
to build muscle,
everything.
so
Mhm.
yeah, if you're looking to build, then you want to be in a calorie surplus. That for optimal, you don't have to be to build, but to have the optimal
Nice.
building, you can be in a calorie surplus. So if that comes from butter or oil or whatever it is, that's fine. But know what you're doing. Know that eating that butter and oil is not going to get you where you need. It's a supplement. You still got to put in the work. But that's
Right.
for building. If you want muscle to show and if you want definition or toning, like people say, then you got to look to your nutrition.
There we go. Great way to put it. Great way to put it. So, what do you think about these? Again, part of the advice and these tips. Again, we're talking about fads, and obviously TikTok is infamous for this right now. Things like when it comes to dieting, like keto and fasting. What is your take on that? Are you on keto, Jen?
No,
On
no,
keto?
I
You're
love
on keto.
carbs. So here's the thing. If I love carbs and they fuel my workouts and I know how to keep it in check. But
Mm,
if you love carbs and they're a trigger for you and you see a pizza and you cannot stop until it's done, then maybe keto is good for you or maybe removing carbs is good for you depending
mm,
on your individual situation. But is it
yeah.
necessary? Do you need to? Is keto magic? Absolutely not. It comes in whatever diet gets you to reduce your calories so that you're in a deficit. So whether you're removing fats or you're removing carbs or maybe you're eating a ton of protein, whatever it is that allows you in a sustainable long-term way to stay in a deficit, then that's the diet for you.
There you go, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. It is the calorie deficit at the end of the day that's really going to determine your overall structure, right? Where you're at body wise, your weight, your body fat, all these things. Um, and I love how you say that if it's a trigger for you, okay? If it's a trigger, and that goes for anything, if anything, right? We're gonna get super philosophical here, guys. If anything in life just becomes a trigger, you gotta figure out ways. It's like it's just I think we forget that understanding when you overdo something, even something good when it's overdone, it becomes negative.
Yeah, you need
Wow,
to
isn't that
stay.
amazing, right? You overdo something, it becomes negative. If you overlift, what's gonna happen? Oh, I'm gonna build muscle. Overtraining. No, you're not. You're going backwards, my friends. you know. So yeah, exactly. Have that balance. And yeah, so that's that emphasis. All right. So don't be what is it? Too what do you call it? Paranoid when it comes to your macronutrients. It's like, wow, did I go one carb over my daily limit? I'm gonna gain. I'm gonna get fat. Like,
The
I'm
thing
not gonna
is,
hit my goals. No.
if you have physical goals, right? Like if
Yeah.
you want to build muscle or you want to lose weight or you want to gain weight or whatever your physical goal is, there is definitely a science based method for you. And it usually has to do with calories in, calories out, supporting your goal. But you can't
Mhm.
forget that there is an entire psychological component, right? And when it comes to food and eating and looking a certain way, there, the psychological component can be huge. So For me, I can't do an elimination diet. If I say you're never allowed to have a glass of wine, you're never allowed to have a carb, all I'm going to want to do is have that. I can't do it. But for some people, if they have one glass of wine, then they're having two bottles. So they have to cut it out. It depends on how you approach it psychologically, right?
Right. My great perspective. My take is that food is fuel, and I think that's just helped me overall. For example, right now, I would consider this the on season. In the off season, when I'm put on size, like I'll eat whatever. It's something that I'm able to do. It may not be for you though, so I'm not trying to encourage bulking, none of that, or extreme cutting. I'm not encouraging nothing. All right, I don't know anything, but what I'm saying is that for me, like I know how to do that. People say like, how can you go 2 months, 3 months without pizza? Easily, because when I do put on size because I choose to. I'll eat whatever. I'll eat whatever I want. I don't restrict myself of anything. So I can go 3 months without eating certain foods because I don't know I have it. And then it was interesting. Even before I took lifting serious, I went 3 years without eating hot dogs. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just going 3 years without eating hot dogs. It's
I don't
just,
like
but
hot
that's just me. He's like, I've never had hot dogs. What are you talking about? Yeah, but yeah, no, like it's just again the person, and I feel like yeah, food is just fuel at the end of the day. And one interesting thing is, I remember a buddy of mine was telling me because I was addicted to eating so much meat, and he's like, you don't crave the meat, you crave the seasoning. All
dogs.
right, so remember that you
Salt.
crave the seasoning, not the meat. You ever try eating raw meat? I hope you don't. But yeah, it's not the meat, it's the seasoning. I mean, find a way. And that's another thing too, just going off to the, going a little bit off topic, maybe not, but it's finding alternatives, to still enjoy your food. If you're trying to be on a calorie deficit and while eating good, there's ways. I have my own cookbook too that I have various recipes of how I know plenty of people do, but I have my own. Even this YouTube channel, I have some videos on how to do cook low calorie dense food and whatnot, high protein, anabolic foods. Is that yeah, you can still eat. You can still eat. Don't be afraid to eat. It's just I tell calories as money. Like, am I willing to spend this much on this type of food, or am I gonna use up these calories and get more? Instead of eating like one slice of cake, will I eat like a bunch of anabolic or protein pancakes or protein donuts or whatever? Like I'd rather do that where I can eat more. Instead of just spending all my calories, all my money in a way on just one piece of cake.
That
So
you
I
have
see,
to know
so I see that
yourself
way.
too for that, right? Like, so two
Mhm,
things there that are important. You said food is fuel, right?
mhm.
And of course, no one can deny that food fuels your efforts. However, for you, you can turn off for 3 months. You cannot have the pizza. You can get at it because food is fuel. For me, food is social. Food is my time with my friends. Food is something that I cook, I learn, I do for passion.
Nice.
So food is never just fuel for me. So I can't go 3 months without, maybe it's not pizza, but something that I love because it's a part of it, adds to my life. So I can't cut that out
Yeah.
psychologically, right?
See that, boys and girls, this is why Jen does not want to hang out with me. He's like, you ain't gonna eat nothing, so never mind. I wait for the winter when you start eating again. I already know. I know your tricks. I mean, to be honest, yeah, I am very boring. Whoever knows me personally goes out, I don't eat nothing right now. I don't. It's like, what's on the menu? Is there chicken? Then maybe. But then how do they prepare the chicken? Is it boiled? Is it not? I mean, I can't eat nothing. But I am gonna have some chicken today. But it's not gonna be fried, all right? I promise you that. I will promise you that. Okay, next week when I will be in Miami, at 3 months, I am gonna have some pizza.
Mhm.
So there you go. I've been working hard for that slice of pizza. Yes, and some sushi, maybe.
There you go.
I need to live. And I encourage you guys too. Yeah, just have a balance. Find happiness in your journey. I am happy. Even though, I may say some things, or you guys may think for me, speak for me and say, he's miserable, he's eating boiled chicken. I'm happy. I enjoy it. I can sustain it, and I love it. So find what you can sustain. So Jen, before we wrap it up, I just want you to let us what is next? What's the move, and how can people connect with you? And we'll post the link. We'll post your social links on the description of this video. But obviously, let us know, you know, from your own words, where can people connect with you, and what's next? What's the move for Jenn?
Ooh, I'm not entirely sure. I know that I would love to work on growing the page. So holla on Instagram. It's at Fit Foodie. So it's fit FIT underscore and foodie FOODEE.
Mm,
So the other spelling was taken, so we had to go for that one. But next moves, I just want to get more interactive. I want to hear what kind of information you want to hear, what kind of
mm,
TikToks you want to see, what is the information that serves you the most. I focus a lot on showing what I eat because I feel like I eat in a real sustainable way and that might be
nice.
helpful. But what's the next thing? What do you want to see?
Nice. So there we go. If you want to this is key. If you want to work, or if you want to work with just connect with somebody, just network with somebody who's Jenn is all for the people. She's here for you guys. She offers advice at no cost. Even I do as well. We offer advice at no cost. Feel free to reach out and network with us. We will give you sustainability. All right. Remember that's key. Sustainable. Something you can sustain, that you will enjoy, and you will see the results to be again the best version of yourself. You okay? Self improvement. All right. So you want to connect with these type of people. So it was awesome, Jenn. I can't wait to see you boom. All right. Just don't forget about me when when you're a millionaire, give me like 10% of it. But no, I'm saying is I'm wishing the best for you. All the success in the world. I will be working with you, and we're going back and forth. We're gonna help each other grow, man. So if you follow me, if you connect with me, if you think it's a vibe, hey, go ahead, check out Jen's page. She's doing her thing over there in the six. So shout out to everyone in the six. Shout out to everyone in Canada in general, everyone in the world, everyone tuning in. Dude, I have people all over the world who are like just so awesome, man. So we're all about positivity, spreading love, just working together and growing. So about that, let's make it happen, right? Let's connect with one another, Jenn. So thank you again for being here, Jenn, with us. And before we wrap it up, you gotta hit us with the catchphrase, famous catchphrase. Hey,
Oh,
let's get it.
oh no, I don't think I can do it like
On the
you.
spot, guys. She has to do
Oh
it.
no, no, you want to do it
Gotta
with
get the
me?
camera and give us that.
Say, well, what's up, my friends?
She said, "What's up, my friends?" Someone needs to correct this more. It's what's going on,
What's
my
going on?
friend.
I know, I
What's
can't do it
going
like
on?
you.
All right. That was good. Until next time, Jenn, can we have you back? Let's network, connect, and let's go. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so
Peace.
much.
See you later.